this is the second time that TMP has done Hairspray. And I have the fortunate honor to work with Lenita and this amazing team to be able to bring the story to life. And part of that is looking at how do we make it our version of Hairspray? How do we make it unique for TMP this second time around? And I think that the world has changed significantly since the first time it was there. And one of my approaches as a director is always to come from a place of truth. My favorite question is why? Well, why are we doing that? Why did you make that choice? Why is this happening? And by asking that question, it allows us to get at the truth. I think about the advice that John Waters gave to Adam Shankman, who was directing the film of Hairspray. And the thing that he said was, make it your own version. Do it the way that you want to do it. And I really liked that sentiment because it means that I'm free from any of the other trappings, I'm free from any other production, I'm free from anything else to be able to really dive in and look at the story in the way that the story should be told.
Right.
And one of the things that you and I have talked a lot about is getting at the truth of what this story is. It is a very cleverly written musical and an entry point for a lot of people. Great music, great dancing. It's an entry point for a lot of people to get in to get this other story, which is very serious and very, very real. And our approach has been really to not shy away from that, to sit there and dive in while within the context of the material that we've been given, but to dive in and say, this was real, this is what you're feeling, this is how you interact, this is how you code switch, this is how you do these different things, because that was evocative and true in the era. We have made certain choices acting-wise that reflects that, as opposed to just being happy-go-lucky all the time.
Yeah.
You know, if you look beyond the veneer of the shiny musical spectacle, you see the reality that
the heaviness,
and you see the reality that does not always exist for some of these characters because it's outside of their purview at that time.
Yeah, and there's some things that are still happening today, but not at the level it was happening then in this particular area and all of that. So some of our kids had to understand and learn, because I would say all the time, it's a period piece. It wasn't that long ago, but in the 60s, in the 50s, this is how they spoke to each other. They did use this language. They did have segregation. They did have all of these different things. And you need to understand that this is how it was. And we're not going to shy away from these things, because otherwise we're not telling the story that is supposed to be the story of Hairspray. And so, yeah, we wanted to make sure that it was as real as possible, especially for that time period.
Yeah, and I think that overall, good direction, good storytelling always comes from a place of truth. Always comes from a place where you know what it is that you're trying to accomplish. You know what it is that you're trying to say. You know the story that you want to tell. And that is the truth that's rooted in all of these characters and these real life experiences. And so our approach has been really to engage with our actors and to engage with them, to hear their stories, to share the truth of what has happened, to keep fostering open dialogue at all times. So that way we can continue to make informed choices and talk through the choices. When something happens on stage, this is why we're doing it. So authenticity, I think, is our approach.
Yes.